Jai Hind, my dear children. Welcome back to today's biology video class. Today we are going to start a new chapter, that is chapter 11, Biotechnology, Principles and Processes. First of all, we can study about what is biotechnology. Biotechnology is the techniques of using live organisms or their enzymes for products and processes useful to humans. European Federation of Biotechnology have given the definition as biotechnology as the integration of natural science and organisms, cells, parts thereof, and molecular analogues for products and services. Biotechnology deals with the following areas. First one, microbes mediated processes such as making curd, bread, wine, etc. Second one, for in vitro fertilization, that is in test tube baby programs. And third one, synthesis and using of genes. And fourth one, preparation of DNA vaccines. And the last, correcting a defective gene. Among many, the two core techniques that enabled birth of modern biotechnology are first one, genetic engineering, and second one, maintenance of sterile ambience. Genetic engineering is the technique to alter the chemistry of genetic material, that is DNA and RNA, is chemically altered and introduced into host organisms to change the phenotype. Second one is bioprocess engineering. Maintenance of sterile ambience in chemical engineering processes to enable the growth of only the desired microbe or eukaryotic cell in large quantities for the manufacture of biotechnological products like antibiotics, vaccine, enzyme, etc. Next, we can study the basic steps in genetically modifying an organism. First step is identification of DNA with the desirable genes. Second step, introduction of the identified DNA into the host. Third step, maintenance of introduced DNA in the host and transfer of the DNA to its progeny. Next, we can study these steps in detail. First one, identification of DNA with the desirable genes. Traditional hybridization techniques lead to inclusion and multiplication of undesirable genes and desirable genes. Genetic engineering helps to isolate and introduce only desirable genes into the target organisms. The second step is introduction of the identified DNA into the host. A vector DNA such as plasmid is used to deliver an alien piece of DNA into the host organism. Third step is maintenance of introduced DNA in the host and transfer of the DNA to its progeny. In this step, a piece of alien DNA has the sequence called origin of replication, that is ORI, needed for starting replication. So it cannot multiply itself in the progeny cells of the organism. Hence, the alien DNA or foreign DNA is integrated into the recipient genome. It has ore, it multiplies and inherits along with the host DNA. The process of joining and inserting a foreign piece of DNA into the host organism to produce new genetic combination is called a recombinant DNA technology. First recombinant DNA was, that is rDNA, was produced by Stanley Cohen and Herbert Boyer in 1972. They isolated an antibiotic resistant gene by cutting out a DNA piece from a plasmid. This gene was linked with a native plasmid of Salmonella typhimurium. Next, we are going to study tools of recombinant DNA technology. Recombinant DNA technology is accomplished with the following tools. First of all, restriction enzymes. It is of two types, restriction endonuclease and restriction exonuclease. Second one, polymerase enzymes. Third tool is ligases, that is also an enzyme. Fourth one, vectors. And the last tool is host cell. First, we are going to study about restriction enzymes. Restriction enzymes are special type of enzymes which cut DNA molecule from specific nitrogen bases. Example of restriction enzymes are Hind2, EcoR1, Hind3, etc. Restriction enzymes are of two types. They are restriction exonuclease and restriction endonucleases. Restriction endonuclease are the type of enzymes which cut DNA at specific nucleotide sequences at interior site, while restriction exonuclease are the enzymes which cut DNA at a specific nucleotide sequence but at the exterior side of DNA. It removes nucleotide from the end of the DNA. Restriction enzymes is used to make cut in DNA in recombinant DNA technology. In 1963, two enzymes were isolated from Escherichia coli which restricts the growth of bacteriophage. One enzyme added methyl group to DNA and other cut DNA and was named restriction endonuclease. Function of restriction endonuclease depends on specific DNA nucleotide sequence. First endonuclease isolated was Hind2. Studies proved that Hind2 always cut DNA at a particular point by recognizing a specific sequence of 6 base pairs, which is called a recognition sequence of enzyme. 900 restriction enzymes are isolated from 230 strains of bacteria. Hamilton Smith discovered and isolated Hind2 run from Haemophilus influenza in 1968. He received the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine in 1978. Various features of restriction enzymes are: restriction enzymes belong to nuclease class of enzymes, and it is of two types, restriction exonuclease and endonuclease. Exonuclease remove nucleotide from the end of DNA. Endonucleases cut specific position within the DNA. Next comes about the naming of restriction enzymes. When we are giving a name to restriction enzyme, the first letter represents genomic name and second two letters represent species name of the prokaryotic cell from which the enzyme was isolated. An example which is given here is ECO R1 and it is isolated from Escherichia coli RY13. R indicating the name of the strain. Then the first, that is order in which the enzyme were isolated from that particular bacteria. Restriction enzyme inspect DNA sequence to find its specific recognition site to bind and cut specifically each of the two strands of the double helix at their sugar phosphate backbone. Restriction enzyme recognizes specific palindromic nucleotide sequence in DNA. Then comes what are palindromes? Palindromes or palindrome in DNA is the sequence of base pairs that read the same on two strands when orientation of reading is kept the same, that is 5' to 3' in both the strands. Here you can see an example for a palindromic sequence with the 5' GAATTC 3' and on the second strand is 3' CTTAAG 5'. When we read both the strand in one direction, that is 5' to 3', both are same, that is 5' GAATTC 3'. The next strand also, when it read from 5' direction, 5' GAATTC. So these are known to be palindromic sequences. Palindromes are the site where the restriction enzymes will act. Another example for a palindromic sequence is Malayalam. When we read the spellings from one direction, that is MALAYALAM. So when it read from the opposite direction also, it should be same, MALAYALAM. So when we read this Malayalam from one direction, in both the direction, it should be same. So in this way, we can differentiate the palindromic sequences by reading both the strand in one direction. When we read the strand in one direction, it should be same in both the strands. Restriction enzymes cut the strand away from the center of palindrome sites but between same two bases on the opposite strand, leading to the formation of single stranded portion at the end, which is called a sticky end. In sticky end, the hydrogen bond with their complementary cut counterparts. By the action of restriction enzyme, the DNA becomes divided into so many fragments. These fragments have to be separated out, and for that process we can use electrophoresis. Electrophoresis is the method to separate DNA fragments based on the size. The separation of DNA fragments through gel electrophoresis depends on the negative nature of DNA. External electrical field is applied to the medium. As a result, DNA moves to anode. The matrix which is used in this method is agarose gel. Here the medium acts as a sieve and separate DNA according to their sizes. Smaller fragments will become farther. After the separation, the DNA is stained with ethidium bromide and exposed to UV radiations. As a result, we can see as bright orange colored bands of DNA. The separated bands of DNA can be cut out from the agarose gel and extracted from gel piece through elution process. The purified DNA fragments constructing recombinant DNA by joining them with the cloning vector. Here you can see the diagram that's showing electrophoresis. First of all, here the DNA fragments are separated according to their size. In this method, agarose gel is used. After the separation of DNA fragments according to their size, these DNA fragments can be seen as orange colored bodies by using ethidium bromide in UV radiation. Here you can see the last diagram, that you can see the orange colored DNA bands. So these are all about the restriction enzymes. So in this video class, we have studied the first tool in recombinant DNA technology, that is restriction enzymes. Next class, we can study about vector, host, etc. Dear children, please watch the video 3 or 4 times. After hearing it, please read the textbook. Dear children, please watch the video 3 or 4 times and read the textbook also.